Hello and welcome to At Home with Carmen. My name is Carmen. On this channel we talk about cloth diaper review and education, home-centered living, urban homesteading, budding herbalism, candid motherhood, and today we're going to be talking about cloth pads, another thing that I like to discuss quite a bit. And specifically, this is going to be a review of the brand cosmicclothpads. I always have to be so careful when I say that because I'm worried I'll get tongue-tied on it. And this has been a review about 4 months in the making because it is a unique type of product. It's a product that for me is used about every 28 to 29 days like clockwork. It's not like a cloth diaper in which that we can use it multiple times in a week. So this has been something that I've really been working on with it, and I'm really excited to share with you my experience with it. We begin. This is a partnership type of video. So I was already intending on purchasing from this company. I've actually gone on to purchase several other times and several different items from the company. But the owner, Ashley, just what? Can we fangirl for a second? Like, she's so cool. Like, I just really like her. Like, I want to be her when I grow up. She has such a strong and fun personality, and I feel like she's a very like honest soul, and she's somebody that I've had some really wonderful conversations with, and I would consider to be one of my friends, you know, one of my internet friends. And I had chatted with her, and I had actually got a bit of a consult from her about, I don't really know what to buy. This is what I'm already using. So I was using like Amazon brand to or like something you could find on Amazon to see if this was even something that I was going to do before I went and invested in something that was higher quality and handmade. So she's just been so cool and so supportive of not only my work that I like to do with cloth diapering, but also just like in life in general. She's just a really neat person. So we're done fangirling with her. But so this is a partnership. So there are the majority of this is items that I have purchased myself. She did include, I know that she included one pad that I'm going to show you because it was an updated style. And then I also received a flat and some, I can actually see one right now because they're drying. One of the a set of her cloth wipes. So I'll be discussing those in another video, but I just want to get that out of the way. Before we begin, we're just going to look at before I get into specifics, I'm just going to show you like a general overview. So pad looks like this. There are going to be 2 snaps, snap here. They are either black, or I do have one that is gray on the outside, and I will tell you what kind of fabric is on the upper here. She will also have a tag on here. There she is, so cute. And then it will also say what kind of absorbency this is going to be on each pad. And then all of mine have a white serging, and snap colors can vary. But in terms of like pad style, these are all, I think, the same style, just different sizes. So that's just the general overview of what one of her pads might look like. So I think the easiest way is going to be maybe going kind of a bit rapid fire through what I have, showing you it, telling you what the fabric is that's been used on the upper, along with what the absorbency was, the size, and kind of how I got along with that. So first things first, this was called the Interstellar Gusher, and this was a 2 inches, 2 3/4 inch and 3 inch. So that's the snap size through there. So in between like your legs, the width on there. And this was an organic bamboo velour. This was a 14 inch, and it is a heavy absorbency. So this is the older style of her gusher pad. This is the newer, which we will get to. My experience with this one works great. I think the absorbency is definitely awesome for a heavy. The size for me personally definitely works well on a day that is a bit heavier or through nighttime. I think for myself this is the biggest size that I would like to work with. I do have one that is bigger, that's just a little bit too big for me, and it kind of starts to feel kind of awkward or uncomfortable because I'm not a very big person to begin with. So I think that this is, for me, the best size. I'm a little bit petite. I think that I prefer the newer style gusher. However, I really like this bamboo velour, and I would love to procure additional ones in the future. So actually, if you're watching, please make another bamboo velour. She also does all of her dyes. She is a phenomenal dye artist. This is probably just like my love letter to her because I think she's just genuinely a really cool person. But she does all of her dyes, and I actually have 2 flats that I'll show you in another video that she dyed that I'm like, so good, and 1 other pad that I have that's dyed. Next up is this is a French terry, so this upper is a French terry, and this is called Pastel Ghost. It's the same width, but this is actually a 12-inch, and it is a moderate. Oh, and it has little pink snaps. That's so cute. This is my personal favorite length for like everyday overall in general, is the 12-inch for myself as somebody who is a bit more petite. Like I mentioned, the 14-inch I like for a nighttime, or if I'm like a little worried about feeling secure, if I'm going to be sitting or in the car or something like that. But the 12-inch for myself, really like that. Do I recommend? Yes, I like that one. Next up is so it's the same length, but this is the double brushed polyester. If I had to choose, I think that I would pick the double brushed polyester over this bamboo terry. I don't know why. I think I just like how this feels a little bit. It's like a little bit slick. And this one was called Witchy Vibes. 12-inch, also the moderate. It has purple snaps on there, really cute. I think she does a great job picking out the snaps on it. So if I had to choose, I think I would go with the double brushed poly over the French terry. Don't really know why. It's just I prefer, I think, this one. Also want to mention that I think her serging is very nice on all of her products. This is the cotton lycra. This is the biggest one I have. This is the 16-inch, and this is a heavy absorbency, and it has a gray back and white snaps. This one, I really like the fabric. I like this cotton lycra. The size does not work the best for me personally as someone who is a little bit smaller. However, I really do like this at nighttime because I like to kind of flip-flop all around, and I know that everything is nice and secure. Things have places to go, you know, within the absorbency. And I am someone who, like, speaking of absorbencies, for example, this is a heavy, so I specifically like heavy at nighttime. What I have found is that I think that her absorbency is quite generous, because I would describe my general period to be heavy. I have endometriosis. So my relationship with my period has been lots of highs and lows throughout my life. And I would say that I can actually get away with her moderate fairly easily. I've never had any leaks or anything, which is really great, which I think is something people really worry about when they're switching over to cloth pads. Like, do they actually work? Yeah, they've worked very, very well for me, and I have endometriosis. So I would say that her absorbency, in my opinion, compared to some other ones, like some other brands that I have, is very generous. So I usually use heavy at nighttime, or if I'm worried I'm not going to be able to change it, you know, in a more timely manner type of thing. But I feel like really confident with the moderates quite a bit. The next one that I did peep and show you quick is the new Gusher style, and this is the same Witchy Vibes, and it's the double brushed poly, which I really like. And she did include this one because I had ordered the older style Gusher, and she wanted me to be able to try out the new one. Oh my gosh, this is so good. And this is the heavy absorbency, purple snaps, black back. And I would also like to mention, now that I'm talking about the back, that I don't have any issues with this slipping around. Works just fine for me. Obviously, when it's in place for me. That's been my experience. But the new style Gusher, however, do I think that the old style Gusher works well? Yes, I do. I just think that this style works better. It's an improvement upon an already good product, and I feel like this does the best job of catching any kind of matter that's coming out. If you have a really quick flow, or if it's very, very heavy, or if you have a lot of matter that comes out when you are on your cycle, this is like, figure out a way to get a couple of these in your stash, because this has been a very big game changer for me as someone with endometriosis, that it can kind of be a little bit unpredictable. And I want to say, what size is this? Because this one was sent, so I don't have a record, but this, it's the same size as the other gusher. So this is also a 14-inch gusher. Again, in the heavy absorbency, absolutely get yourself one of these if you have any of the issues with your period that I described. So heavy flow, fast flow, lots of matter coming out, unpredictable. If you're worried, if you're like gonna sneeze or something, get yourself one of these. Really, really like that one. The next one I have up is called Halloween Mashup. This was obviously from Halloween. This is a 8-inch moderate, and it is a bamboo lycra. I mentioned before, I really liked the bamboo lycra in terms of size. 8-inch is not the best for me. This is fine if I'm expecting, you know, oh, my period's probably going to start today, or I start feeling like that, it's coming, but it's not here yet. Really like that, or like at the tail end. For myself, I need a little bit of more length to the front, so I would be someone that would benefit from a custom that would be like a front bleeder, which is something I did not know about myself until I started using cloth pads, which you get to learn a lot about yourself when you start using cloth pads. It's very important to know yourself. So for myself, when using an 8-inch, I've found it to be most beneficial, again, for that, the very beginning, the very end, or on a day like maybe you feel like you need to stay a little bit more dry, something like that. Like if you're in the portion of your cycle in which you are ovulating and you have more matter coming out, I think that the shorter style would be very, very great. The last one is Fallen Leaf, and it's probably one of my favorite ones. I thought this collection was just amazing. This is a 12-inch. This is a bamboo French terre, which is weird because I mentioned this one isn't my favorite, but this is one of my favorite pads. So maybe it's just because this has been hand dyed, and maybe the fabric was sourced from a different place versus this printed version. But this is one of my favorite pads. It's fantastic. And again, I've mentioned, I think that her stitching is so nice, and it's so nice, and I don't have anything that has, you know, any little bits that have like come unraveled or something like that. So I really applaud her for that. 12-inch moderate, same thing as before. This size is a size that works really, really well for me, kind of across the board. Excellent snaps. All of her snaps, I think, are matte, maybe. Yeah, I think they're all matte, which I do like matte snap. I don't know why I like the matte snap, but this is one of my favorites, and I know that this is still available on the website. This is just gorgeous. I love all of her hand-dyed stuff, and I think going forward, I might be trying to get the hand-dyed like above other like printed stuff. I don't know why. I just really like that. This has been, so I've tried now a couple of different brands of different pads so that I had more to kind of go off of with my experience of it, and I think I can pretty confidently say that this is so far my favorite brand. It's just been a really good experience with everything, and the quality's been good. Everything washes really well, stains release really quickly, and I think that she has a really inclusive set of sizing. Like, for example, I think I mentioned this in an unboxing video that I did. Like the difference between, here we go, we have, I think this is the 9-inch to the 16-inch. I just feel like she has a lot of different sizes for people to kind of go in between, and it looks like she has from size 6 to 16, and she also has thong liners. I have not tried a thong liner, and she has the interlabial pad, which I have one. I've just never used it yet. I don't know why. I think I forget about it, but I'd like to come back at another time and be able to discuss this. So that is everything that I have for you today. I think it's pretty apparent this is a brand that I I really like and will continue purchasing from. I will make sure that I link all of her socials, TikTok, Instagram, along with connecting to the website. I don't personally have a code, but I know that there are codes out there. And I will link the two gals that I know have accounts, not accounts, that they have codes with them. So I will make sure that I link them in the description box below, so you can save yourself a couple bucks when you order from them. So thank you so much to cosmicclothpads, to Ashley. Just what an awesome person, honestly, and so knowledgeable. Very wonderful products. She is very supportive of other people, other creators, be that people that make the same kind of product as her, or cloth diapering, or a variety of different things. So definitely a shop that I'm going to recommend. I know because I will be anxiously awaiting her next collection. I don't know what she's going to do. We'll find out real soon. That's it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, or just see me more in your feed, go ahead and hit the like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I have a new video up. Do a lot of different kinds of videos, kind of expanding what I've been doing. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. It's a good day to have a good day, and I hope that you have a great rest of yours.